Hey guys, I'm Stuart Laws from Brown Street Grill, and today I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect steak at home. So this grass-fed piece of sirloin here is what we're going to be cooking today. We're going to season it very, very well. I'll take this over to my cooking and we'll get it going. So when you're cooking a steak, it's important to have a really hot pan, because you want to get as much caramelization on the outside of that steak as possible. That's going to create that Maillard effect, which is all those natural sugars in the meat really caramelizing. Critical that you have a good quality salt. It really does accentuate the flavor of the protein, and it helps provide a good crust on the outside. I'm going to season the fat side first as well, because we're going to cook the fat side first. We feel the ideal time to season is just before you put it on the grill. Now, because of this fat cap, I don't need to put any oil into the pan. I'm going to have that fat render down on there, and that's going to create the oil in the pan itself. I'm looking for a good caramelization and a decrease in my fat cap. Alright, so that means we can go down now. So what we're doing is creating a crust right now. It's a bit of a salt crust on the outside. Because we've used a flake salt, what that's done is it's stayed there in its whole format, and then it will slowly start to dissolve rather than penetrate into the meat. Beautiful, look at that, fantastic. Beautiful. Okay. So we've had that on now about what, 2-3 minutes? All right, so this has an internal temperature currently of around 20 degrees. So if we were going to be cooking a rare steak, we would take that off at about 34, 35 degrees, and then let it rest for 10 minutes, and that external heat would continue to penetrate and continue to cook. What I'll reference here as well is that when you do turn it around, you'll notice so that's the fat bubbling there. So when you turn that, that's going to continue to cook on the outside because the fat is at a higher temperature. So once it gets to about 30 degrees, the temperature rises quite quickly. So we were at 20 before, now we're at 37, okay? So I'm at this stage, going to give it one more turn, and then a little bit of colour on that side. And then I'm going to take it off to rest for about 10 minutes. So we always slice our steaks to show the customer that it's cooked perfectly. A little bit of garnish, and then we always finish with a little bit of extra finishing salt on the top. And that is how you cook the perfect steak at home.